Hello there guys, it's Faz from Team Endgame / Vanguardian Faz / whatever. I am Faz, you know me as the Bermuda loving guy that is occasionally on this channel.
You are Team Endgame.
I am 100% Team Endgame. I still have Vanguardian in my name on Facebook.
Do you use that profile anymore?
Yes, for this. The other person doesn't exist to everyone in the world.
Just change it.
I'm secretive.
Just change it to Teg.
But yeah, Teg Faz. So yeah, Teg Faz here. And I will be doing the deck that I was using and have been using for quite a while. So, first time I've done this in a while. So it is going to be a Bermuda based deck profile. So, boom! We are going to start off with the traditional, the old school.
First right chain.
That's right, it is the first right chain. Ever, full stop.
Was it?
Yeah. Riviere. So yeah, Riviere, for those of you who may or may not know, is the draw-based right chain. But she was the first one to actually come out, because EBO2.
Which was before set 3.
Which is where you had the Royal Gasson, what is it?
It's the Tsukiyomi / Galahad right
yes,
chain.
Galahad.
Top 5 check.
Yeah.
I was. Hang on, was that 4?
Yes, that was a lot later down.
Alright.
So basically it's the right chain. So obviously if you know the starter, the generalness is if you don't ride the right card on top of it, it gets popped out. If you do ride the right card on top of it, check top 7 for the grade 2 or 3 version. So with this, using a, well, basically just as an FYI, trigger wise is going to be just Bosh, Bosh, Bosh and Bosh. We are talking 8 crit, 4 draw, 4 heal, all show, reason why to be confirmed later on. So,
It just triggers fast. I don't know what you're talking about.
yeah, I just like these because basically I don't have any other triggers, there's no reason.
Well, because prisms need to be in a prism deck, and that's another deck. You know,
Yeah, so there's no
And
base on for this.
Chocho's bad as a deck, so you just use it.
Yeah, it's terrible. So basically we've got 4 perfect cards because everyone loves perfect cards. By the way, I am going to leave her there for the entire duration of this because I love her. So 4 perfect cards, I've one for the unflipping perfect cards because Bermuda Triangle is all about management of assets.
Unfortunately, Faz, there is only one thing wrong with this deck so far.
Yeah, that.
I was going to say that.
Why?
Doesn't that come in SP as well?
Yeah, it does, shut up. so do these. So I'm doing 3 of the right chain. Main reason behind that is because of the creation of this card. Bosh. So that card is in essence the right chain corrector for your...
She has a name, Faz.
She has the name of Hartley Dancer Courage. Or
Courage.
It is Courage, yeah.
I like how you're like, it must be French. Courage?
Courage, yes. So, this lovely lady.
It's not a battle system.
So basically her skill is that if she's ridden on the Vanguard, I choose another card name with Riviere from my rear guard.
Specifically the starter.
It's not specifically
This
the
is
starter.
specifically the starter.
Choose a Riviere, yeah it is. So you got
Faz.
there's nothing else on the guard at that time. So it's, the starter goes into Soul, you then search your deck for either the grade 1 or grade 2, show it to your opponent. If you grab the grade 1 you can ride it, if you grab the grade 2 you add it to your hand. Simple as that, nothing more complicated. Then the other grade 3 to finish this off is known as...
3?
Sorry, grade 2.
Grade 2?
Grade 1. You can tell I've not done one of these for ages. It is Shosho Cleanse. So, her skill is that when she's called to Rearguard Circle,
She's the Abyssal Owl or
Yeah.
Bermudas.
you basically check the top 7 for the specific grade 3 and then you discard cards up to the value of grade 3 or above from your hand. That means that you have to, mandatory. So if you get the grade 3 you have to either discard the grade 3 or cards equal to the grade 3. She's got another effect of if you've got Shosho Vanguard, you after the
I don't
Vanguard
think you need
attack.
to Chocho Vanguard.
Yeah, she.
You know?
You know?
She's in the... No, Vanguard with Turia.
Turia, so yeah, Turia. So you Soul Blast and put it to the bottom of the deck and counter charge 1.
It does make a difference because you can't stride into Latvia and then do it. Because Latvia doesn't have Turia in
Yeah,
its
but it's
name.
the end of your turn, your stride's gone.
So?
End of turn is not end of battle. I've had this discussion
Okay.
so many times. Because someone said end of battle was like new. So yeah, so there are my grade 1s. They are delightful grade 1s. They will now sit here, just in view. So yeah, the idea of this is that the reason I've gone for 4 of the...
That's right.
It's cool. Yeah, so the reason I went 4 of the corrector and only 3 of the searcher is because the corrector guarantees rather than anything else. So that is there. Grade 2s are a very simple choice. You've got 4 of the ride chain, so if that rides on top of the 1, you draw a card. Yes, it can be SP, because they released SP packs.
I'm pretty sure it's if it rides on top of the 1 and you have the 0 in
soul, you draw a card. If it doesn't, it's just 9k. Merry Christmas. Nothing more complicated than that.
Which is why the corrector, courage, is really good.
Yeah,
It just puts the 0 back in the soul.
It sorts out everything.
And you can get the grade 1 to ride.
Yep. So the other thing I've got is for Speaker, because Speaker is still an amazing card. And then this lovely card is Lippid Chorus and Melanie. She is freaking amazing, and I have no idea why there's not more love for her. She basically gains the skill that if you have Super Ida Riviere in your Vanguard or in your Soul, so the grade 2, she gains the following skill of plus 2k, and on hit, Soul charge 1, counter charge 1, done. It is absolutely amazing. The sheer fact that she becomes an 11k with that on the field, that's why the importance is on getting the grade 2 to hand rather than any other part of the ride chain.
So if you have the grade 2 in hand already, use courage, get grade 1, ride the grade 1.
Yep. If you've got the grade...
If you don't have the grade 2, then you just grab the grade 2 and ride it next turn.
Indeed. So... That's putting down here. So, grade 3 wise?
Okay, no, you're not doing that.
Am I not doing that?
No.
Are you triggered by that?
I am triggered by that.
Wicked.
Importance, I suppose. My arm is just in the way.
It's fine.
I mean,
I just leave your triggers off.
Yeah,
they're just going to take up space.
Yeah. So basically, grade 3s is bam, 2 of Rising Star 2, which is a nice little card. Reason of that is that right on top of that allows you to search out Riviere, so it's basically Ride and Stride. It's also Legion for reasons. It's about it.
Right.
Yeah, like.
And it's a restander.
It's a restander. Yeah, it's a restander, and of course, because of that, we also get one of the top idol Riviere, the original idol. Her general skill is that if she rides on top of the 2, you basically draw a card. And the other thing is it's counterblast 2, discard a version of herself, and you can give things to 5k.
That
it is.
Promo art, yeah.
So yeah, I only play one of those though, so I'm never going to use her skill because it's costly and it's pointless. The main point of this deck is this. Yep, 3 SP Touriers. So Tourier is the new Shoo Choo card that has come with the trial deck, and the whole premise of it is that when you stride over the top of it, it is counterblast 1, reveal the top card of your hand, and add it. If it's a Shoo, you can choose one of your rear guards, put it into the bottom, and draw a card.
Yep.
So that's that. It's also got this weird second ability where if you have 1 or less rear guards in your ride phase, you can basically stride for free.
Yep. GB1.
That is GB1, and it's just a beautiful card to go with. So, as you can tell already, we've gone 1, 2. Just to kick that off, that's the baby we want to ride. Hence why we've got plenty there. So that is the deck as it stands, and then it leads on to our nearest and dearest.
I'm very triggered.
That's fine. So,
actually, we'll do that there because she is the main one. That we care about.
So, top side is where we're going to put all the strides. So
I like that trigger shoot, and yet them not being even is totally fine.
we're still good. So basically, strides. I have.
No, but it's more the trigger of that.
The straightness triggers Mike.
Okay, cool. I'm actually going to do it this way around to even trigger more, just so you can see the strides slightly better. There we go. Number 1 is our dear friend Sea Breeze. Sea Breeze is the if your opponent doesn't bother doing anything, counterblast 2.
Okay, you're triggering me now.
What? Can I not do this my own way?
Right, you can't.
This is what I have to pay to be on the channel.
I can't wait for Faz to be on the channel. He gets to do things. Aaron, you can't do anything, Faz. Do it my way.
So yeah, so I've got one of the Sea Breeze, just because GB is amazing. Loads of people decide to try and stall out on the 2 game, and you can play with that.
I am a bit confused. Oh no, because you need it for Tyria. That's right. I was going to say, why do you... Oh yeah, you do. You do need GB.
GB for Speaker, who's beautiful.
Yeah. Mainly Tyria.
Yeah.
Tyria.
Cool. Gonna right over the top. So we also have the Festival Finale Final Priscilla.
How are you going with GB?
Yeah, GBA. I'm doing it this way around. So Priscilla, she's GBA. She is kind of okay. The disadvantage of her is that it's after she attacks, it's return everything on your side of the field to call up to 5, and everything gets 5k. Disadvantage of that massively is that you've got no trigger dump, but it's a nice attack combo.
I have had second thoughts on her, but
Mhm.
the reason why that does not make a difference is because if you're using her, they should be 5 damage.
damage. Yeah, then it's just pop, pop,
So
pop, pop,
you're
pop,
guaranteeing 2 triggers on each call.
Yeah. So, next card up is Perfect Performance Ange. She is the GR. Her skill generally is Counter Blast 2 at GB2. You return everything on your side of the field and your opponent's side of the field, I believe, to your hands. If it's 4, 5 cards, draw. If it is 7, get an extra drive check. So yeah, it's nice. Reason behind that is it is anti-lock, not lock as in the guy if you know him, but anti-lock Link Joker. So because it targets the rearguard circle, not the actual rearguard itself, it gets around it. The other good thing about it is if there are cards that you know that require combos, Cannoneer, the Gear Chronicle one as well.
Cat.
The cat, yeah. So basically remove it from the field.
Good
so
luck finding someone who still uses that.
It's if they do. It basically counters the disadvantages. Obviously, people get everything back to their hand and they can do
It's
stuff.
Harmony players because they can't strike break.
Yep.
Bounce the unit on the field because it doesn't exist. Also hits a lot slightly because there's nothing to retire to get the counts out.
Yes.
I just want to ask a question.
Yes, you may.
To get 4 drive checks, you need to do what?
Return 7 cards.
Okay. Don't bring Gonslot. Bring who into it?
See, you're mistaken because Gancelot is a GB3. No, Gancelot is a GB1. No, Gancelot's just an effing card.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Other card we've got in here, basically it's Return to the Rivieres. They've been missing for a couple of moments.
She's eating watermelon!
She is legendary Idol Riviere. She is a beautiful card with the following skill. It's an act again. It's Counterblast 1 and flip a copy of herself. Generalness is that if after flipping her there are 3 or more cards in your G-Zone face up, you get to add 5k. No, sorry, no, that's regardless.
No, right,
regardless is
You get to eat
5k.
a watermelon.
Right.
Yeah.
You flip her.
Flip her.
For every Riviere in the soul, you choose a rear card, give it 5k.
Then, if it's 3 or more
in the G-Zone,
zone, she gets plus 1k or 10k.
Draw a card, you get 10k
and a crit. Yeah. I just want to make sure.
I like how to go through this with you.
Until the end of the card, yes. So yeah, she's double watermelon. She is a beautiful card. It's a fantastic card that gets rid of an issue that I had with Olivia, who is still in here, by the way. You can set her up. So Olivia, if I need to explain her, it's a bit upsetting, but it is the classic one for Bermuda. Return up to your whole field from your Counter Blast, flip, return whole field, ... But the reason that you've got the 2 in there is that is fantastic for when they're on 4. It allows you to basically...
No,
4
the
or
other one's 3.
That's 3, because you basically go niggle, then you do big shot.
You niggle until they take the damage and then you swing with the Vanguard.
So you swing with crit, that one is also
was my
swinging
logic
with
is
crit.
why I put it. Right, it's good. Put it in.
Should it's the other way around because if you're a 3 and that already has a crit, then it's like crit for game.
Yeah, but
Does watermelon have to flip something?
Watermelon has to flip herself.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Both second straight anyway.
that one I do 4 because it's basically the power aspect of it's swinging with a crit. Regardless, you're not going to stop that. I've got my 3 drive checks to hit my crits, which means that I've still got powered up units. No, great. I've got powered up
If you
units
get a
to
crit
attack
with the other one, it's like, well, and it's still no guard, the rear guard that's got a crit on it. That's like, it's going to kill you. So I want to guard that. Well, the other one's also going to kill me, which is...
Okay.
I'm just going to pop her over here right now because I want to put all 4 of Lapria down as the other one. So this is the Shosho Lapria, it's the new card from the newer set. Her general skill is Counter Blast 1, flip a copy of herself up. Choose cards on your side of the field equal to 2 times the number of face-up cards you have in your G-Zone, and put them to the bottom of the deck. Draw 2. Or draw 1 per card that you've sent to the bottom.
That's one.
You then draw an additional card if you have a Shosho Vanguard, and then the harp, sorry. And the follow-up on this is that if you draw 4 or more cards, you can call up to 5 from your hand.
It was 5 or more cards.
No, 4.
Okay. Yeah, but there's the point that you can't do it on the first one because you only get 3 maximum.
And you can do it on the second one because ... So yeah, that is a really nice card because it allows you to reset a scummy hand. If you've got one, you can just basically splash whatever you want on the field, knowing that they're going to go to the bottom of the deck and you can redraw into it. It's nice for additional combos because it's theoretically 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 attacks and things like that. I just like it for the hand resetting aspect, and it's an easy +1. Yes, sir.
How do you shuffle your deck?
That's it.
Just soul bastard.
Okay.
So it's less about returning triggers and stuff.
No. I'm just,
more about
I was
resetting
just
hand.
curious how if there was all these, how many things were going to shuffle your deck? Because then if you say you put triggers back, because every time I see Faz use this, he's got a big hand.
Called he was in a column 10 to rear guard and then shuffled him back and then.
If the game goes on long enough with soul charging, drawing, and striking stuff, he can stack triggers at the bottom if need be.
So theoretically it's 10 cards to the bottom. And that pretty much marries up our dear friend of the strides. We've now got G-Guard, so once again I run a odd number of G-Guards in people's eyes, but hey ho, deal with it.
With 4.
It is not 4. It is 5.
Everyone wants 5.
Not everyone.
No, everyone, some people are 3, some people are 4.
3!
Yes!
Who runs 3?
If they don't flip, they don't need to flip up one.
Yeah.
They just assume they're going to find 3.
Basically it's flip up one, so that's Blessed Sparkle,
They don't want
Sandy.
options.
She has a playmat.
She...
I really want it.
Yeah, okay, then, so now I'll be interested in. But she's quite good. She's a GB1 skill like all of these. She needs you to flip up another copy of a G-Guard, and then she gets an additional 5k for every 2 cards in hand. You can then also counterblast 1 to do an additional 5k. So, because of the way that I run the deck and because of how quickly I can amount cards, she turns into a nice little number.
Yep.
Quite quickly. Other card I've got is going old school. It is Hand in Hand Leona. Her general skill is as follows. I'm sorry, there's no space for this. Her general skill is that...
Wedding SP!
Oh yeah, Wedding SP, sorry. She is, when she is called to the Guardian Zone, you may select 1 card on your side of the field, return it to hand, and then you have to call a card from hand back down. If it's the same card, it's an additional 5k shield. So basically, pretty much self-explanatory. The idea of that is it combos well with Tyria to ensure that your field is of 1 or less.
Yep.
Right, as is Shosho Engaged Lead Patty. She does a similar thing. Her requirement is that she Soul Blast and you return a Shosho to the bottom of your deck and draw a card. And she gets an additional 5k shield off of that. Playing Leo over Platty purely because of simplicity and numbers wise. The Soul I want to kind of maintain because of the Riviere skills. And there's a limited number of Shosho units that would theoretically be on the field at that time. And then the final card that I'm using is Shosho Halfie, and she is a very, very simple card to use. It is just a simple case of if I've got 3 or more cards, she's plus 5k. So that is that. It's nice, it's simple, it's basic. So the whole premise of this deck actually revolves around 2 to 4 cards.
I assume you've done triggers.
Yeah. So, as you can see, there is a myriad of different ways. I've got for when they're on 3 damage, 4 damage, but the whole aspect and the way that the deck mechanic should be working and does work is that it will reset nicely, leave the grade 3 there. Tyria will be your rear guard, or Vanguard, sorry, and you're generally aiming for something along the lines of when you get your free stride, you pop out and go into, for argument's sake, on the first turn, you go to Lapria. You splash out whatever you fancy splashing out. So I've got Pointless grade 3, ... switch out. The real fun comes in when you're later on in game. So the idea is that, for example, I go into Bish Bash Bosh, Riviere. I'm going to do Riviere first because it's nice and simple.
So every stride, it's just literally the combo pieces.
The combo pieces is something
combo for
along
every stride. That'll take too long.
these lines, which is delightful. Speaker has always been on the field. So, bash, here we go. Speaker is, when it's boosted, count blast 1, return a card to hand, call another 1, gains 3k. So, 11, pointlessly into Vanguard or Rearguard, your choice.
Surely if you go into Riviere.
Yeah, Riviere is there's 3 in soul, 1, 2, 3. Or 1, 2, 3 actually. So bam, friend with the crit. 16, does it hit? Yes or no? No. Cool. 21. Skill off that,
Yeah,
counter blast.
10, 30.
Oh, yeah, 31.
Maybe more.
No. 16, 26. Will that be? Yeah. 16, 26. Bounce that to hand, and then call out flat or lipid. You've then got 3k from that skill, 2k inheritedly, 5k at the back. That is a massive 26 column. On hit, allows you to reset the cost for speaker. And you can go all over the place with this. If you have multiple speaker, you can be a total penile. So you can theoretically go later on in game, if they're at 5 damage, you can go 11, okay, fine. Attack, bounce, hop.
I mean, there's various combos you can do.
Attack, bop.
But basically, regardless of what stride you use, you're basically spamming these two. Even if you have one counter blast, you can, or even none. You can just go that. If you had one counter blast, you can go, okay, attack, it didn't hit, okay, now attack, counter blast, do, and then you could use the stride to recall speaker, and then you could use the counter blast. So it's just, if you let that hit, not only taking a damage, you're
taking a back, it's reuse
your recall and reuse the speaker.
So at least 2 counter blasts.
Yeah, it's a two counter blast deck. I'm not going to deny that.
No, you can't guarantee it's going to hit. You have to have at least
I know,
2
but that's
just say you have to have at least 2. It's stupid to say you have to 1 because they'll just guard that, overguard it, whatever.
But the fact that you're getting pluses off of the skill of the ride chain, the sheer fact that you're getting pluses then, or pseudo pluses because you're not paying anything for striding, it just makes life so much easier. You're doing 21s, and you're getting off skills left, right and centre. The whole deck revolves around having one card in your soul or as your Vanguard, and it's just ridiculously simple or ridiculously basic that it is a common card from way, or a rare card from way back in. It's that. That allows that to trigger off easily and efficiently, and that is a resource monkey.
Basically, when you showed me this deck, there were 2 things that caught me completely off guard. One was that it can fit really nicely into a Riviere ride chain, and you can still count blast to draw a card, you can still stride for free. I already know how done Riviere is because I'm running that in a freaking Harmony deck.
Yep, she's just too good.
But it was also, where's she gone?
Who are you looking for? Lap?
I'm looking for Lapria.
Lapria, I'm going to show the sexy Lapria.
Because, again, the fact that combos well with Turia because you need to show heart, so you get the extra draw card, and the fact that you don't need to send show units, which means that with a field like this, you can just go attack, send it all back, get new cards, and then
possibly restart again. It's beautiful. It's 21s, it's aggressive, it's powerful. It generally, when it was working well on the tournaments that I've gone to, it works fine. The only times it's done badly is when I've got bump hands. It's not like I've been outplayed by the opponent too much. It's not like I've lost to just basically a really bad matchup. It's generally been very good, very tight games, consistently and effortlessly, as long as I've got 1, 2, 3. There are 4, 5, 6, 7 ways in essence to find out the grade 2. And that is it. So it is a fun deck, it is a consistent deck, and it's going to be probably what I'm going to be using or modifying for quite some time now. Just because I'm Bermuda, I don't get support until Fighters Collection does a thing.
Me looking at it from a different point of view who plays Bermuda, I literally don't think there's anything I would change except for maybe...
It's too tight of a lineup.
Yeah.
You have to have 2, for the ride chain, you have to have 4. I made sure if I was running 4 of these, he wasn't running...
The only other query is bring that up to 4 and bring Shoal down to...
No, because you need to ensure Turia.
So
technically I might even up that, but the other 2 cards are too important.
Yeah. So it's an interesting deck. There's so little that it can be mucked about with. The funniest thing of all though is that even if poop does hit the fan and you get into that late game, I'm just going to Legion and restand because YOLO.
Yep. Why not?
Why not? Can't go wrong. So there you go guys. Feel free to comment, like, subscribe. Sorry about not having the greatest way of doing a deck profile, but I can get you a deck of cards and you can deal with it. Apart from that, have a fantastic evening, afternoon, morning, or night. You've been seeing a Faz deck profile.